in a summer song, a melody I carried all year long, a soft blue memory, tender and clear, the kind that only first love leaves here. We met where morning touched the avenue. The world was young and everything was new. Your laughter spilled like sunlight through the air, and I forgot the clocks were even there. The heart was shy, the sky was wide, a little sigh I kept inside. First love, soft blue memory, still you hum inside of me. Not a wound and not a flame, just a song that knows my name. First love, gentle as the rain, coming back without the pain. In the quiet things I do, I still find a trace of you. We shared a coffee neither one could pay, and walked the river till the close of day. You told me dreams you never told again. I held them like a letter from a friend. The city lights were pearls along the street. The slow jazz made the evening incomplete. We didn't know the future had a door. We only knew we wanted something more. The moon was kind, the night was small, and love could find a place in all. First love, soft blue memory, still you hum inside of me. Not a wound and not a flame, just a song that knows my name. First love, gentle as the rain, coming back without the pain. In the quiet things I do, I still find a trace of you. I don't wish the years undone, I don't chase the setting sun. Some things bloom and then depart, leaving gardens in the heart. You were spring and I was June, both of us a little soon. Still the tune we used to play finds me on a cloudy day. Sometimes I pass that little cafe door. The chairs are different than they were before. The waiter's gone, the sign has turned to red, but I can hear the words we never said. A piano line comes drifting from inside, and for a breath the years are open wide. I smile at all the foolish things we knew, and bless the girl or boy I was with you. First love, soft blue memory, still you hum inside of me. Not a wound and not a flame, just a song that knows my name. First love, gentle as the still find a trace of you. So rest, sweet blue, where old songs start. A little candle in the heart. The first hello, the last adieu, still glows softly, still glows true. Old books are breathing softly on the shelf, each one a little room inside itself. Warm tea is steaming by the window light, and afternoon is golden, calm and bright. The chair remembers every rainy day. The rug has heard the kettle sing and sway. A quiet jazz is turning in the air, like pages being opened with great care. No need to go, no need to speak. The hours flow gentle and meek. Old books and warm tea, that is all I need with me. A little rain, a little song, a place where tired hearts belong. Old books and warm tea, soft as any dream can be. Let the busy world pass through, I'll stay here with thoughts of you. A bookmark waits where someone left you lie, between a folded letter and a sigh. The margins hold a note in faded blue, a sentence that still feels honest and true. The window shows the maple losing gold. The story in my hands is sweet and old. The piano plays a patient minor line and makes the dusty afternoon divine. The kettle sings, the pages turn. The smallest things are what we learn. Old books and warm tea, that is all I need with me. A little rain, a little song, a place where tired hearts belong. Old books and warm tea, soft as any dream can be. Let the busy world pass through, I'll stay here with thoughts of you. Maybe wisdom smells like paper, maybe comfort tastes like steam. Maybe love becomes much safer when it settles into dream. Maybe every quiet corner has a lantern of its own, and the heart becomes much warmer when it learns to be alone. The evening puts its slippers on the floor. The lamplight blooms a little more and more. The rain has made the city soft and small, a watercolor hanging on the wall. I close the book but keep the feeling near, a tender line that only I can hear. The tea is low, the room is deep and still, and peace is sitting on the windowsill. Old books and warm tea, that is all I need with me. A little rain, a little song, a place where tired hearts belong. Old books and warm tea, soft as any dream can be. Let the busy world pass through, I'll stay here with thoughts of you. Old books, warm tea, soft rain, a melody without a pain, and in the lamp's forgiving blue, the quiet room remembers you. The band is playing slower than before. Your hand is warm, the night is at the door. The glasses shine like tiny moons of wine, and every step says, darling, you were mine. The room is turning gently, soft and blue. The candlelight is leaning into you. I know the morning train will call your name, but for this song the world remains the same. Don't speak too soon, don't count the miles. Let one more tune hold back goodbyes. Dance with me before the music fades, before the night folds up its velvet shades, before the dawn can take you from my arms, before the silence steals the ballroom charm. Turn with me slowly, cheek to cheek. Say all the words we cannot speak. For one more song, let time be kind. Leave the goodbye outside our mind. Your dress is moving like a quiet flame. The piano softly whispers out your name. The brush drums breathe beneath the chandelier, and every note is something I hold dear. You smile the way a memory might smile, as if the past could stay a little while. We circle where the shadows meet the floor, and I pretend there won't be any door. Don't let the day come through the blue, just let me stay, a dance with you. Dance with me before the music fades, before the night folds up its velvet shades, before the dawn before the silence steals the ballroom charm. Turn with me slowly, cheek to cheek. Say all the words we cannot speak. For one more song, let time be kind. Leave the goodbye outside our mind. If life should scatter us like rain, if seasons never look the same, I'll keep the rhythm of your hand, a secret only hearts understand. If years should pass in other rooms, if other roses learn to bloom, I'll hear this bass, this soft refrain, and feel you turning close again. The waiter dims the final golden light. The city waits with cold streets dressed in white. Your suitcase stands beside the old cafe, a quiet witness to the break of day. The final chord is hanging in the air. I brush a silver shadow from your hair. You say my name and then you look away, but still we dance until there's nothing left to say. Dance with me before the music fades, before the night folds up its velvet shades, before the dawn can take you from my arms, before the silence steals the ballroom charm. Turn with me slowly, cheek to cheek. Say all the words we cannot speak. For one more song, let time be kind. Leave the goodbye outside our mind. And when the door is open wide and morning pulls you to its side, my heart will keep soft and true the last dance I had with you.
The beach is empty because the day is not the kind of day that brings people to beaches. The sky is a single even gray, neither threatening nor beautiful, simply present. A lid on the world, a ceiling of cloud that turns the light diffuse and directionless. The sand is dark from last night's rain. The sea is the color of pewter, its surface textured by the low swell that has been arriving from somewhere distant for days. The product of a storm that happened far away and is communicating itself here in these long, slow rollers that arrive at the shore with the patience of something that has been traveling a long time. This slow jazz composition opens with the bass playing alone, a figure that rises and falls with the rhythm of the swell, unhurried, inevitable, going nowhere but the shore. The piano enters with harmonics that are wide and open, chords that breathe with the sea's breathing, that share its quality of gray and patient movement. The drums, when they arrive, are the foam at the wave's edge, a rush, a dissolution, a pulling back over wet sand, and then the building again. The rhythm is not precise, it does not need to be precise. The sea is not precise. On gray days, the sea is more serious than on sunny ones, less recreational, less willing to participate in human enjoyment, more interested in being itself. The waves come in with a steady, indifferent power that is neither hostile nor welcoming. They arrive because they have been arriving. They will continue to arrive after you leave. The beach, the sand, the pewter water, the gray sky, these are not here for you. You're simply here among them, a temporary presence in a place that existed long before your arrival and will continue long after. The saxophone enters midway through, and it sounds like the sea's seriousness. Long, sustained phrases that move with the swell rather than against it, that find the rhythm of the arriving waves and follow it without trying to impose anything. There is a freedom in this surrender to a larger rhythm, the freedom of the small thing moving with the large thing of consciousness, aligning itself with something that has no consciousness, but has a pattern, a logic, a patient and repeat intention. The composition ends as the tide continues its work, neither incoming nor outgoing at this moment, simply present. The waves arriving at their regular intervals, the foam spreading up the dark sand and retreating, the gray sky holding its color, the bass continuing its swell-like movement beneath the final piano chord. The saxophone has returned to the air it came from. The beach remains, the sea remains, the gray day continues with the peaceful, absolute indifference of weather, of water, of everything that was here before music and will remain after. There is a particular quality of lamplight that belongs specifically to autumn, or rather, that autumn makes visible by contrasting it against the early darkness outside. In summer, a lamp is simply a lamp. But in October, when the dark arrives at 5 o'clock and the window goes black and the room turns inward, the lamp becomes something else. An assertion, a small warm claim against the dark, a circle of orange light that defines the territory of the inhabited, the human, the specific against the general dark outside. This slow jazz composition was written for that circle of light begins with the piano playing in the warm middle register, a melody that is round and full, neither bright nor dark, but something between, the musical equivalent of amber, of candlelight, of the specific color of incandescent bulbs that the world has mostly abandoned in favor of efficiency, and that many people continue to mourn without quite being able to say why. The bass enters like the room itself, enclosed, warm, resonant. The brush drums are the sound of the lamp's slight hum, the minor electrical persistence of light. The autumn evening outside the window is its own complete thing. The bare branches of the tree catch the light from the street lamp. A car passes, its headlights briefly illuminating the rain-wet street. Someone walks past, collar turned up, moving quickly toward wherever warmth waits for them. Inside, the lamp holds its circle. The book is open, the tea is steeping, the small adjustments of an autumn evening, the extra layer pulled over the shoulders, the curtains drawn against the dark, the music turned up just slightly from its afternoon volume, have been made with the unconscious competence of someone who has lived through enough autumns to know how they require to be handled. The saxophone enters, and it sounds like the evening itself, comfortable in its melancholy, at ease with its own weight, not resisting the darkness, but not surrendering to it either. This is the emotional territory of the well-managed autumn evening. Neither the forced cheerfulness of someone pretending. The season has no effect, nor the dramatic submission to seasonal mood, but something more experienced, more at ease, an understanding that the dark and the lamp and the warmth and the cold are all part of the same evening, and that the evening is good. The composition ends with the lamp still lit, the room still warm, the autumn still pressing its dark face against the glass. The piano's final chord is the color of the lamp, warm, full, slightly imperfect, in the way incandescent light is imperfect and therefore human. The bass holds, the saxophone breathes out slowly, completely, the breath of someone settling deeper into their chair, releasing the last tension of the day, accepting the evening for what it is and finding it on balance sufficient outside. The dark continues inside the lamp. They have been in these chairs for an hour and have not said much. This is not uncomfortable. This is, in fact, the destination. The place in a relationship where silence is graduated from something that requires filling to something that can be inhabited, that has its own texture and warmth, that communicates as much as speech and requires less effort. The chairs face the window outside, the garden in its late afternoon state, the shadows lengthening, the light going golden, the particular quality of autumn light that makes everything look as if it is being seen for the first time or the last time, which amounts to the same thing. This slow jazz composition was written for the silence between two people who have earned it. Not the silence of estrangement, not the silence of exhaustion, but the silence of long companionship that has moved through all the phases of speech and arrived at this, the shared quiet, the mutual presence that requires no verbal elaboration. The piano opens with widely spaced notes, each one allowed its full duration before the next. The spaces between notes as present as the notes themselves. The bass enters like a shared breath, not synchronized but harmonious. Two rhythms that have learned to coexist without collision. Outside, a bird lands on the garden fence and stays for a while. One of them notices it, does not say anything. The other notices them noticing and looks and sees the bird, and they both watch it for a minute before it flies away. This small shared attention, this noticing of the same thing at the same time without speaking, is a form of communication that is only available to people who know each other well enough to read each other's attention. The saxophone enters here, softly, and plays the bird. Brief, specific, present, and then gone. The garden resuming its golden stillness. The afternoon light moves across the floor in its slow and irresistible way. The shadows are long now, reaching across the room toward them. One of them shifts slightly in their chair, the other just the angle of their attention. The tea went cold some time ago, and neither has commented on this. The piano continues its patient conversation of widely spaced notes, each one landing in the silence with the clarity of something said in a quiet room where the acoustics are generous. The trumpet plays one phrase, low, warm, a single complete thought, and returns to silence. The composition ends as the light fails, not suddenly but gradually, the way light always fails. The garden becoming more itself in the dimness, the chairs more present in the room. The piano's final note is held until it is gone. The bass sustains, then releases. The silence that follows the music is continuous with the silence that preceded it. The silence the two people have been sitting in together, which is not empty, but full. Full of the years between them, the accumulated knowledge, the specific comfort of being known and present, and not required to say so. is still completely dark, except for the small light above the stove, which you leave on, because you know you will be down before anyone else. And you do not want to commit to the overhead light, to the full declaration of morning that overhead light represents. In the half-dark, the kettle fills, the grinder runs its brief violence. The filter is placed in the dripper with the care of a small ritual, which is what it is. The morning ceremony, the private liturgy of the early riser, performed in near silence so as not to disturb the sleeping house. The slow jazz composition was written for this half-lit hour. It begins with the piano alone, playing in the lower middle register, a melody that is gentle and awake simultaneously. The musical equivalent of being conscious before being fully present, of the mind having returned from sleep, but not yet committed to the day. The notes are close together harmonically, the chords unresolved in a way that is not anxious, but simply early, not yet ready for the clarity of full daylight. The bass enters, and it too is gentle, not urgent, not driving, simply there. The coffee begins to drip, the smell arrives before the sound of it, that particular dark bloom of hot water meeting ground coffee. The smell that functions for many people as the actual signal of morning, the olfactory announcement that the day has begun, whether or not you are prepared for it. You stand and watch it drip because there is nothing to do but wait, and waiting is not a problem at this hour. The saxophone enters softly, playing the smell of the coffee, playing the quality of the half-light, playing the specific texture of the early morning before the world has made its demands. Outside, the first birds, they do not wait for full light. They begin slightly before, in the blue-gray interval between night and dawn, when the sky is light enough to navigate, but the sun has not yet cleared the horizon. Their sound comes through the kitchen window, mixed with the sound of the coffee dripping, mixed with the low jazz from the small speaker you turned on quietly when you came downstairs. The trumpet plays one phrase here, bright, upward, brief, and retreats. The morning acknowledges the morning. The first cup is ready, you pour it, wrap both hands around it, and stand at the window. The garden is emerging from the dark gradually, its shapes returning as the light increases. The cup in both hands, the window, the garden, the birds, the piano playing its final phrase. In the half-light, the bass resolving to its root, the saxophone letting its note bend to nothing, in the way the dawn thins the dark, gradually, completely, leaving something entirely different in its place. The day has begun. You were here for the beginning of it. before the alarm.
In a room that is not your room.
In a city that is not your city.
And for the first few seconds,
the disorientation is complete. The ceiling is wrong.
the light coming through,
The curtain is wrong.
the sounds from outside are in a register
You do not recognize. Then orientation returns, assembling itself from the available evidence.
the unfamiliar ceiling, the hotel room smell,
The sounds of a city
that is already awake and already itself entirely indifferent to your arrival.
You are somewhere new.
The day has not yet been shaped by anything,
The city outside the window,
has not yet been experienced.
everything is still possibility. This slow jazz composition was written for this specific morning.
Not any particular city,
But the quality of the first morning in any city,
the state of being new somewhere,
of being unknown in a place that does not require your presence.
and will not notice your departure.
The piano opens with a melody that has the quality of waking,
Gradual, slightly uncertain, feeling its way into the day, as your consciousness feels its way
into the unfamiliar room.
The bass enters with the steadiness of a city
That has been going about its business long before you arrived.
and will continue long after.
The brush drums are the sounds coming through the window.
Traffic,
Voices in a language you may or may not speak. The particular rhythm of a city's morning. You open the curtains.
the street below is already busy.
The delivery trucks, the early commuters, the woman at the corner selling something from a cart, the dog being walked by a man who is also looking at his phone, the pigeons on the building opposite conducting their perpetual negotiations with the ledge. All of this is entirely ordinary to the people in it, and entirely extraordinary to you, because you have not seen it before, because it has not yet become invisible through familiarity. The saxophone enters here, and it plays the gift of newness, the temporary restoration of attention that comes with being somewhere you do not know. The way the unfamiliar makes visible what familiarity has rendered invisible. You decide to walk rather than take the metro, because the first morning in a city should be walked, if at all possible, should be navigated by foot and by instinct, and by the willingness to be wrong about directions, and to discover what is at the end of the wrong street. You take a direction that seems to lead toward the center, or toward water, or toward wherever the city's energy seems to be moving. The trumpet plays the first steps out of the hotel, bright, forward, curious, the sound of a person who has decided to pay attention today. The city receives you the way cities receive newcomers, without acknowledgement, without ceremony, with the complete democracy of the urban space that belongs to everyone who is present in it, regardless of how long they have been there or how well they know it. You are as entitled to this street as anyone on it. The composition ends on this street, the piano walking its melody forward, the bass keeping the city's pace, the saxophone playing the quality of attention that the first morning in a foreign city produces. Wide open, grateful, taking nothing for granted, finding everything interesting, belonging temporarily and completely to a place that does not know your name. The rain stopped 20 minutes ago. The sky is still gray, but lighter now. The darkness of the storm having given way to the more ordinary gray of aftermath. A sky that is finished with its urgency and settling back into the neutral. The meadow is completely wet, the grass holding water in its blades, the ground softened and dark, every hollow collecting its small pool. And the smell of a meadow after rain is one of the most specific and unrepeatable smells in the world of smells. The combination of wet earth releasing its stored warmth, of grass releasing its plant oils into the wet air, of the particular chemistry of rain on organic matter, which has a name, petrichor, that the name somehow fails to fully capture. The slow jazz composition opens with the bass playing a figure that has the quality of wet earth, dark, warm, organic, full of slow life. The piano enters above it with a melody that has the freshness of the post-rain air, something open and slightly cool, the musical equivalent of a deep breath taken in a meadow after a storm. The brush drums are the water, still dripping from the trees at the meadow's edge, irregular and light, the percussion of aftermath. Everything in this piece has been washed, everything is starting again from a cleaner baseline. A bird begins to sing in one of the trees at the meadow's edge. You notice it because everything else is quiet. The rain having silenced the ordinary ambient sound, the aftermath having not yet resumed its normal level of activity. The bird's song is the first thing, the signal that the world is restarting, that the pause imposed by the storm is lifting, and the ordinary life of the meadow is resuming its course. The saxophone enters at this moment and takes the bird's cue, something fresh, something beginning, something that is not thinking about the storm that just passed, but only about the light and the wet grass and the smell and the fact of being alive in a meadow at this particular moment. The smell deepens as the sun tries to come through the cloud cover. You can feel its warmth before you see it. A slight brightening of the gray above, and a slight warming of the air, and the smell responding to the warmth by intensifying. The earth giving up more of what the rain drew out of it. Petrichor and grass, and something underneath those things that is harder to name. The smell of life continuing, of the world having been through something and being fine, of all the small organisms in the soil resuming their small and necessary work. The composition ends with the meadow still wet but drying at the edges. The grass beginning to release the weight of the water it holds. The sky beginning its post-storm lightning. The piano's fresh melody plays through to its conclusion. The bass resolves to its root with the finality of earth after rain. Settled, content ready. The saxophone breathes out its last note into the wet meadow air, and the smell carries it away. A second bird joins the first. The meadow resumes its ordinary afternoon, washed clean and warm and smelling of everything that makes it precisely and irreplaceably itself. You know this road, you have known it since before you were old enough to drive it. Since it was the road that led away from ordinary life into the particular territory of home. The specific landscape, the specific quality of the light as you enter the valley. The stands of trees that have been there since before you were born and will be there after you have been away long enough that the knowing has become theoretical, has lived in memory rather than in the body. Now the body is relearning it. The curve here, the hill there, the bridge over the stream that always makes a particular sound. Under the tires, the farmhouse with the red roof that has always been a landmark, still there, slightly more weathered. This slow jazz composition opens with the piano playing a melody you almost know, familiar in structure, recognizable in feeling, but heard as if from a slight distance. The way things heard again after absence are both the same and slightly new. The bass enters with the steadiness of a road that does not change, that has been going this direction for as long as roads go anywhere, that connects the place you have been to the place you are from with the patient geometry of the route. The drums are the sound of the car on the road, the rhythm of distance being covered, of the number of kilometers between you and the place decreasing. The landscape is doing what landscapes do when you return to them, holding its essential character, while having changed in all the small ways. But a year or 2 years or 5 years produces the field that was planted with one crop is planted with another. A new house has appeared on the hill that was clear before. A barn that was standing is gone, its absence more visible than its presence ever was. You absorb these changes without stopping. The road does not allow stopping or not here. And in any case, what you are absorbing is not individual changes, but the cumulative fact of time having passed, of the world having continued its work while you were not watching it. The saxophone enters as the valley appears, the moment when the road crests the last hill before home, and the whole of the familiar landscape opens below, and the body responds before the mind does. Something in the chest loosening, something returning to a configuration it has been away from. This is what home means in the body. A specific relaxation, a specific recognition, a return to a baseline that you did not know you had been away from, until you are back within reach of it. The trumpet plays one phrase here, warm, uncomplicated, the sound of something that does not need to be explained, to be understood. The last few kilometers are the most familiar of all, the ones you have traveled the most times, the ones your hands know without instruction. The composition ends as the house comes into view, the piano playing its almost known melody with full knowledge now, the familiarity complete, the distance closed. The bass resolves to its root with the finality of arrival. The saxophone holds its last note as you turn off the engine and sit for a moment in the silence, in the specific silence of a place you know, before going inside. There is a category of human experience that language approaches but does not reach. The grief that is too large for sentences, the joy that exceeds its own expression, the love that has been present for so long that it has ceased to be an event and become a condition, like weather, like gravity. Words are useful for many things. They are not useful for all things. They run out at a certain depth, the way light runs out in deep water, gradually and then completely. And what exists below the threshold of language exists in a different medium, requires a different instrument. This slow jazz composition was written for that threshold. The saxophone enters without preamble, without introduction. without the courtesy of stating its subject before addressing it. Because stating its subject would be an act of language, and language is what this music exists beyond. The saxophone plays directly from the first note in the register of what cannot be said, not the register of any specific feeling, because the specific feeling is yours and belongs to you, and the music does not presume to know it, but the register of depth itself, of sincerity past the point where sincerity can be performed, of the thing that is true, whether or not it can be communicated. The piano enters after the saxophone has established this territory, and it enters carefully, as a good accompanist always enters, listening first, finding the key the saxophone is playing in, which is not a musical key, but an emotional one, and matching it without imposing on it. The bass arrives like the body's response to deep feeling, the physical fact of it, the way the body receives grief or love, or the unnamed thing as a weight, as a temperature, as a change in the quality of breathing. The drums are barely there, just the brush, just the pulse, the reminder time is still moving, even in the suspended present of deep feeling. What is the saxophone saying? If it could be said, the saxophone would not need to say it. This is the point. The music exists precisely because the feeling that occasions it is not available to language, not because the feeling is ineffable in some mystical sense, but because the feeling is human and specific, and language is general and approximate, and the distance between the general and the specific is exactly the distance that music covers. The saxophone plays in that distance. It plays where the words ran out. It plays what is left when you have said everything you can say, and there is still more. The composition ends the way feelings end, not with resolution, not with resolution, not with the sense that the thing has been completed or understood or set to rest, but with the sense that it has been fully present, has been given its full duration, has been honored with the attention it required. The piano plays its last chord quietly, a chord that does not close the feeling, but creates a space for it to continue in silence. The bass holds one long note and releases it. The saxophone breathes out its final phrase, long, slow, entirely itself, and then is quiet. What remains is the silence on the other side of the music, which is different from the silence before it, fuller, as if the music has left something in the air that the air continues to hold after the sound has stopped. A slow jazz composition inspired by the quiet beauty of a rainy night in the city. The streets are empty, washed clean by the evening rain, and neon signs cast their colored light across the wet pavement below. Every puddle becomes a small mirror, reflecting red, blue, and amber in soft, trembling ripples. The saxophone enters first, low and unhurried, like a man walking alone with no destination in mind. He is not sad, he is simply present, moving through a world that feels softer when it is wet. The piano follows gentle chords that echo the rhythm of raindrops still falling from awnings and ledges. There is something sacred about this moment. The city stripped of its noise, its rush, its ambition. What remains is light and water and the sound of a distant horn. The bass walks steadily beneath it all, a heartbeat that refuses to hurry. Think of the colors. The deep red of a bar sign bleeding into a black puddle. The green of a traffic light stretching long and thin across the asphalt. The pale gold of a street lamp shimmering in the wind. Each color holds a story. Each reflection is a version of the world seen from below. Softer, distorted, more honest somehow. A lone figure crosses the street, collar turned up, unhurried. He glances down at his own reflection without stopping. The drums brush softly, barely there, like the sound of footsteps on wet stone. The trumpet joins for a moment, high and wistful, then fades back into the mist. This music does not demand your attention. It simply exists alongside you, the way a good city exists, full of life that does not require your participation to continue. The rain is mostly stopped now, but the puddles remain, holding the light a little longer than necessary, as if reluctant to let the night go. The saxophone returns quieter now, almost a whisper. The piano slows to single notes, each one landing like a drop of water on a still surface. The bass resolves, the brushes fade, and the neon keeps glowing, indifferent and beautiful, reflected in the last puddles of a city that never truly sleeps. It only breathes more slowly after midnight. Two cups on the table, one empty, one still half full, long cold. A cafe that is mostly cleared out after the lunch rush. the afternoon light coming in at a low angle through the windows, catching the dust in the air and the rim of the cold cup. The chair across the table is pushed back at an angle, the way chairs are pushed back by people who left in a hurry, or who left in the middle of something, or who simply left. The coffee in the cup has developed that particular surface film that cold coffee develops, a slight iridescence, a membrane of cooled fat and oxidation that is, in its own way, beautiful. The slow jazz composition was written for the moment after, not the moment of departure. That is its own music, urgent and kinetic. But the moment after departure, when the person who remains is still sitting with the evidence of what was, before they have begun the process of clearing it away. The piano opens with a simple two-part figure. The voice is slightly out of sync, not discordantly, but suggestively. The way a conversation between two people is never perfectly simultaneous, always one voice responding to the memory of the other. The bass provides the floor, steady, patient, the ongoing fact of the world continuing. They've been talking about something ordinary when it shifted. This is how it always happens, not with a dramatic announcement, but with a change in register, a sentence that arrives at a different temperature than the ones before it. The saxophone plays the shift, a melody that begins in one emotional key and modulates almost imperceptibly into another. Not tragic, not even unhappy exactly, just different than it was a moment before. Like the light changing when a cloud passes over the sun. What was said at the table is not entirely clear, which is appropriate. Some conversations resist summary, resist the reduction into narrative. What remains is the physical evidence, the two cups, the pushed back chair, the afternoon light, the cold coffee holding its film on the surface, and the feeling of sitting with these things, not yet ready to move, not yet ready to signal the waiter and ask for the check and leave and return to the version of yourself that exists outside this particular afternoon. The composition ends with the two voices in the piano resolving finally into unison, not because the situation has been resolved, but because music, unlike life, can grant that small mercy. The bass holds its final note. The saxophone breathes out slowly and does not repeat itself. and the cold coffee sits where it sits, beautiful in its abandonment, holding the surface of the afternoon in its iridescent film, until someone, the waiter, eventually takes it away. The hammock was strung between the two old apple trees years ago, when the trees were younger and the rope was newer. And both the trees and the rope have aged into their arrangement, with a kind of mutual accommodation that only time produces. The trees lean slightly toward each other at the top. The pull of the hammock over years, the slow physics of load and growth. The rope has darkened and softened. The hammock itself holds the shape of everyone who has ever lain in it, a collective impression. And when you settle into it, now it receives you with the ease of something that has been doing this for a long time. The slow jazz composition was written for the hammock, for the particular quality of consciousness that a hammock afternoon produces. The slight swaying, the dappled light through the apple leaves, the way horizontal changes your relationship to time, so that it moves differently, less urgently, more like water than like a clock. The piano opens with a melody that sways slightly, that has a gentle rocking quality, unhurried and warm. The bass is the ground beneath the hammock, steady, supporting, unconcerned. The drums are summer insects, the distant sound of a lawnmower 2 properties over, the occasional car on the road beyond the fence. The dasha is not grand, it was never meant to be grand. It was meant to be a place where the city stopped, where the rhythms of the agricultural world, however attenuated, however amateur, replaced the rhythms of the urban one. The garden is only partly tended. The apple trees produce more fruit than anyone can use, and every autumn the fallen apples rot pleasantly in the grass, and the smell of them is part of what the dacha means, is part of its specific vocabulary of sensation. In summer they are still green and small, and the bees are interested in the blossoms that preceded them, and the light through the leaves is the specific green gold of apple light, which is different from the light through any other tree. The saxophone enters lazily, as if it too has been lying in a hammock and has decided, without particular urgency, to play something. It plays a melody that is slow and warm and has no ambition beyond existing pleasantly in the summer air. The trumpet answers it, equally unhurried, and together they conduct a conversation of the most comfortable kind. No agenda, no conclusion required. Just two voices finding each other in the afternoon and spending some time together before the light changes and the evening begins its approach. You may sleep for a while. This is permitted, encouraged. Even the composition is designed to receive sleep without requiring it to accompany consciousness and unconsciousness with equal grace. To be there when you surface and not diminished by your having been away from it. The piano's melody continues. The bass walks its unhurried path. The summer afternoon holds its particular quality of light and warmth. When you wake, the shadows have moved. The apple leaves are still moving in the light wind. The music has not ended, so much has continued. The way summer afternoons continue, gradually, warmly, without hurry, until they become evenings, without your quite noticing the transition. There's a letter in the drawer tonight, folded once and fading out of sight. The ink is turned from midnight into gray, but still the words refuse to go away. I wrote it when the rain was on the roof, when every quiet hour was living proof that love can sit beside an empty chair and fill the room with things it couldn't dare. I signed your name inside my heart, then hid the flame and played my part. The letter never sent still knows where all the tender silence goes. It keeps a little breath of spring, a song I never learned to sing. The letter never sent remains, soft as jazz behind the rain, unopened, warm and true, still finding its way to you. I said I miss the way you stirred your tea, the little smile you gave the world for free, the way you watched the lamps come on at 5 as if the evening made the town alive. I said I hoped your winter coat was warm, that you had found a harbor from the storm. I didn't say that every street I knew had turned a little lonely without you. The paper stayed, the courage went, a small parade of words unspent. The letter never sent still knows where all the tender silence goes. It keeps a little breath of spring, a song I never learned to sing. The letter never sent remains, soft as jazz behind the rain, unopened, warm and true, still finding its way to you. Maybe some
to sleep. Between the pages folded deep, maybe some hearts are kind enough to hold a candle, not a fire. Maybe the night already heard every small and trembling word. Maybe the moon became the postman, carrying my quiet desire. The piano downstairs plays a gentle line, a melody that might have once been mine. The bass is low, the brushes barely move, like time has found a softer kind of groove. I take the letter out and read it slow. The old cafe is closing down below. I almost laugh, I almost call your name, but fold it back and love you just the same. The letter never sent still knows where all the tender silence goes. It keeps a little breath of spring, a song I never learned to sing. The letter never sent remains, soft as jazz behind the rain, unopened, warm and true, still finding its way to you. There's a letter in the drawer tonight, holding on to one small light. And though it never crossed the blue, it spent its whole life loving you.
A slow, cinematic jazz piece built around the image of a single taxi, moving through deserted city streets long after midnight. The yellow light on the roof glows steadily, available, waiting, patient. Inside, the driver says nothing. Outside, the city slides past like a dream half remembered. Dark storefronts, blinking traffic lights, cycling through their colors for no one. The occasional gust of wind, pushing a paper bag across an intersection. The upright bass begins alone, a deep and rolling line that mimics the motion of tires on smooth asphalt. It is unhurried, purposeful, going somewhere without urgency. The piano enters on the second pass, filling the space between bass notes with soft chords that feel like the glow of dashboard lights. Warm, low, intimate. This is music for in-between places, for the space between leaving and arriving, for the 30 minutes in a car when no one expects anything from you. The passenger in the back seat stares out the window. She has been somewhere she will not talk about. She is going somewhere she is not sure she wants to be. But for now, she is here, suspended in motion, in the particular piece of being carried through a sleeping city by a stranger who asks no questions. The saxophone enters softly, voicing what she cannot. It is not grief exactly, It is more like the feeling after grief, the quiet that follows once all the tears have finished. Street after street passes a bridge, the river beneath it catching the light of the city and scattering it across the water. A neighborhood she once knew, different now, older. The corner store replaced by something new and glass-fronted. Memory is like that. You return to it and find it has rearranged itself while you were gone. The trumpet plays a single phrase, briefly, like a thought that surfaces and then submerges again. The taxi slows, her building appears. She pays without counting the change, steps out into the cool air, and stands for a moment on the sidewalk, watching the cab move away. Its taillights disappear around a corner. The piano fades to a single held chord. The bass walks out slowly and stops. The city breathes around her. She goes inside. The night continues without her, quiet and unhurried, as it always does.
A velvet voice is singing in the dark, soft enough to find a hidden spark. Not too loud and never too bright, just a ribbon moving through the night. The room is blue, the candle's almost gone. The piano holds a slow and tender song. The bass is deep, the brushes gently start, and every note is leaning on my heart. No need to see, no need to know. A melody can touch you slow. Velvet voice in the dark, leave your echo, leave your mark. Sing the sorrow into grace, turn the shadows into space. Velvet voice, soft and low, tell the lonely where to go. In the dark, so warm, so true, every silence turns to blue. I never caught the singer's name that night, only how the smoke curled in the light, only how the room forgot to breathe, only how my heart began to leave. Not for a place, not for a dream, but for that gentle, saddened stream. A sound that made the old world new, a song that wore the color blue. The glass was still, the moon was near, the windowsill had leaned to hear. Velvet voice dark, so warm, so true. Every silence turns to blue. Maybe every voice we follow is a lantern for the soul, filling every empty hollow, making broken places whole. Maybe songs are little bridges built from breath and borrowed time, crossing over hidden rivers, finding rhythm, finding rhyme. The final chorus faded into smoke. Nobody moved and nobody spoke. The singer smiled and lowered her eyes, as if she knew the spell would rise. I stepped outside beneath the midnight rain, but still that voice kept calling me again, from somewhere warm, from somewhere far, like velvet wrapped around a star. Velvet voice in the dark, leave your echo, leave your mark. Sing the sorrow into grace, turn the shadows into space. Velvet voice, soft and low, tell the lonely where to go. In the dark, so warm, so true, every silence turns to blue. Years may pass and rooms may change, songs may travel out of range, but in the dark, when night is still, that velvet voice is singing still.
You watched it go through the terminal window, through the rain-streaked glass. You watched the plane push back from the gate and taxi slowly away, its navigation lights blinking in the gray afternoon. And then it was gone around the curve of the taxiway, and there was only the wet tarmac and the other planes and the terminal building, reflected in the puddles between the taxiway lights. The last flight has left. You are here until morning. The next available seat is on the 6:15 departure, and it is currently 2:47 in the afternoon. This slow jazz composition begins in the key of accepting what cannot be changed. The piano opens with a figure that is neither defeated nor cheerful, something more honest than either, the musical equivalent of sitting down in an airport chair, with your bag between your feet and taking a breath and deciding that this is the situation, and the situation will be navigated. The bass enters with a steadiness that functions as ballast, not comfort exactly, but stability. The low note of continuing to exist in a situation that is inconvenient rather than catastrophic. The brush drums are the ambient sound of an airport continuing to be an airport, indifferent to the individual disruptions it contains. There are worse places to be stranded. This is what you think, and it is true, and it does not fully help. because the mind keeps returning to what you were going toward and calculating the difference between the version of today that was planned and the version that is now occurring. The saxophone enters and plays this calculation, not with self-pity, but with the honest acknowledgement that plans matter, that the thing you were going toward mattered, and that its postponement is a real loss, even if it is a small one in the larger scheme of things. You find a charging point, you find a place to eat that is not the worst option available. You call the people who need to know and have the version of the conversation that involves disappointing information delivered with appropriate calm. You look up the hotel options near the airport, because the airport hotel is always too expensive, and you find something adequate and you book it. Each of these small administrative acts is a form of acceptance, a practical acknowledgement that the situation is the situation, and that the available moves are the available moves, and that making them is better than not making them. The composition ends in the airport hotel, a room that is functional and slightly airless. The window overlooking the access road, the sound of planes still audible through the double glazing. The piano plays a final figure that is not the figure played at the opening. It has adapted, adjusted, found a different key for the different situation. The bass holds, the saxophone plays the last phrase of the day. Tired, accepting, not unhappy exactly, finding in the enforced pause something that was not planned and is not nothing. The strange enforced stillness, the permission to be nowhere, which is occasionally exactly where you need to be. Autumn changes the river. In summer, it is recreational, social, crossed quickly and forgotten. But in autumn, in the particular quality of an October night, with the leaves gone or going, and the water running darker and higher, the river becomes something else. It becomes a border, a threshold, something that separates not just one bank from another, but one state of mind from another, one version of the night from its opposite. Standing on the bridge above it, looking down at the black water moving slowly beneath you, you feel the specific gravity of the season, the specific weight of this hour. The slow jazz composition opens with the piano playing alone, a simple descending figure, like water finding its level, like the gradual arrival of a mood you cannot name, but recognize immediately. The bass enters on the second repetition, and together they establish the pace of the river, unhurried, inevitable, going somewhere, without announcing its destination. The brush drums arrive like the wind that moves across the bridge in irregular gusts, cold and carrying the smell of fallen leaves and wet earth from somewhere upstream. The bridge itself is old, its iron railings are rough with rust beneath your hands, painted and repainted over decades, until the paint itself has become structural. The lampposts along it cast pools of light that fall straight down into the water below, becoming long broken columns of gold in the current. You watch one of these columns for a long time, the way the moving water shatters it and reforms it, shatters it and reforms it endlessly. The saxophone enters here, playing something that shares this quality, broken and reforming, incomplete and yet coherent, following a logic that is felt rather than understood. There are leaves on the water, dark shapes moving with the current, turning slowly, carried towards something they did not choose. You watch them pass beneath the bridge and emerge on the other side and continue downstream until they are too small to follow. This is October's lesson, offered again as it is every year. As patient as the river itself, the passing is not the same as ending, that being carried is not the same as being lost, that the dark water knows where it is going, even when you do not. The composition ends slowly, the piano ascending back to where it began, the bass holding a long final note, the saxophone breathing out its last phrase over the sound of water that the music has made audible even in silence. You push yourself off the railing and continue across the bridge. The river continues beneath you, dark and unhurried, carrying its leaves toward the sea. The autumn night settles over everything like a second darkness, softer than the first, smelling of ending. And underneath that, very quietly, of what comes next.
The airport at 5 in the morning is a different country from the airport at noon. The crowds are gone, or rather replaced by a different population. The very early departures, the overnight arrivals, the transit passengers who have been here for hours already, and whose faces carry the particular flatness of people who have been in airports too long, whose bodies are in one time zone, while their clocks insist on another, who are somewhere between the sleep they did not get and the day they cannot yet fully commit to. The terminal is lit at full brightness, regardless. The lights making no concession to the hour,
offering the same commercial cheerfulness at 5 in the morning that they offer at 2 in the afternoon. This slow jazz composition opens with the piano playing something that sounds like fluorescent lights. Not literally, but in the way that some music captures the quality of a light source. Steady, slightly cold, present without warmth, illuminating without comforting. The bass enters beneath it, slow and slightly weary. The rhythm of someone walking through a terminal with their carry-on at an hour that is neither night nor day. The brush drums are the sound of the airport's ambient noise. The distant announcement, the luggage wheel on the polished floor, the electronic chime before the gate information changes. A woman is asleep in a chair, her coat pulled over her as a blanket, her bag between her feet, where she can feel it even in sleep. A man is working on a laptop at a charging station, his face lit blue-white from below. His expression, the expression of someone who is doing what needs to be done without any particular feeling about doing it. A family with children is trying to manage the children who are overtired and not cooperating with the necessity of being in an airport at 5 in the morning. The saxophone enters and plays all of them, not individually, but the collective quality of people in transit, the particular human condition of being between places, between times, not quite anywhere yet. There is a coffee stand open, the line is short, 4 people, all of them with the same look of gratitude for the coffee's existence that people have for things that provide comfort in uncomfortable circumstances. The steam rises, the coffee is dispensed. Each person takes their cup with both hands in the way that people take things that are warm when they themselves are cold and tired. The trumpet plays this briefly, the warmth, the gratitude, the simple sufficiency of a hot drink at an unreasonable hour. The composition ends as the terminal begins its slow transition toward morning. More people arriving, the ambient noise level rising slightly, the announcement system becoming more active. The quality of the light unchanged, but the quality of the people in it gradually shifting from the overnight population to the early morning one. The piano's fluorescent light figure continues, indifferent to the transition. The bass walks its weary path to its final note. The saxophone holds its last tone with the pitch of someone who is very tired and is going home, or is going somewhere that is not yet home, or is returning from somewhere that used to be home and no longer quite is. One of the many stories that airports hold in their efficient
personal, ceaselessly illuminated spaces.
The radio sat on the shelf above the refrigerator for as long as you could remember. A brown plastic box with a dial and a single speaker covered in cloth. The volume knob slightly loose so that it turned too easily and the sound fluctuated. Sometimes when you walked past and the vibration of your footsteps moved the air. It played all day. Not music exclusively. There were programs, voices, the weather, the news. But in the mornings and the afternoons, there was often music. And sometimes it was jazz. And when it was jazz, the kitchen was a specific place that it was not at other times.
This slow jazz composition opens with the piano played, as if heard through a small speaker, slightly compressed, slightly warm around the edges. The sound of music that has traveled through the air and through cloth and through the particular acoustics of a kitchen, and arrived at you, changed by the journey, more intimate, for having been filtered through the imperfect medium of an old radio. The bass is the low hum of the refrigerator, the kitchen's constant bass note, the sound of domestic machinery doing its quiet work. The drums are the sounds of cooking, the occasional tap of a spoon against a pot, the rhythm of chopping, the percussion of ordinary nourishment in preparation.
She moved through the kitchen with the efficiency of someone who had performed these movements 10,000 times, whose body knew the distances without measuring them, whose hands knew the weights and textures without consulting the mind. Cooking was not a project for her, it was a practice, a daily expression of a knowledge that had been accumulated over decades, and that lived in the hands rather than the head. The radio played and she cooked, and the kitchen was warm, and the smell of whatever was on the stove mixed with the smell of the old wood of the cabinets, and the smell of the garden that came through the window. She always left open a crack, even in winter. The saxophone enters, and it sounds like the afternoons you spent at the kitchen table, doing homework or reading, or simply being present in that room, because it was the room where she was, and where she was where you wanted to be. The saxophone does not sentimentalize this, it simply plays it. The specific quality of those afternoons, the warmth and the radio, and the smell of cooking, and the presence of a person who knew what she was doing with complete confidence, whose competence was itself a form of safety. The composition ends with the piano's radio warmth melody playing through to its conclusion, the bass resolving with the gentleness of a refrigerator hum, the saxophone holding its final note the way the kitchen held its warmth long after the cooking was finished, long after the radio had been specific room is preserved in music, which is the only form of preservation. It keeps the feeling rather than just the fact.
The old town keeps its secrets well, in crooked streets where lanterns dwell. Behind the doors of painted green are stories no one else has seen. The stones are warm from summer days, the windows hold a golden haze. A cat slips through an alley light and vanishes into the night. The clock tower sighs, the rooftops lean, the moonlight lies on every scene. Secrets of the old town whisper softly when the sun goes down. Every corner, every stair hides a little song in there. Secrets of the old town turn my lonely heart around. In your shadows, warm and blue, I find a path that leads to you. A cafe chair is left outside, a glass of rain where stars can hide. The waiter locks the wooden door, but music slips beneath the floor. The piano plays from somewhere near, a gentle chord the walls can hear. The upright bass begins to roam like footsteps finding their way home. The city sleeps, but not completely. The evening keeps its mystery sweetly. Secrets of the old town whisper softly when the sun goes down. Every corner, every stair hides a little song in there. Secrets of the old town turn my lonely heart around. In your shadows, warm and blue, I find a path that leads to you. Maybe every shutter knows who was kissed beneath the rose. Maybe every balcony kept a lover's melody. Maybe every fountain heard one unfinished, trembling word. Maybe every narrow lane sings it back after the rain. I pass the square where children played, now empty in the evening shade. A bronze old angel lifts her hand, as if she seems to understand. The bakery smells of buttered light, the chapel bell is soft tonight, and on a wall in fading blue, someone once wrote, I waited for you. whisper softly when the sun goes down. Every corner, every stair hides a little song in there. Secrets of the old town. Turn my lonely heart around. In your shadows, warm and blue, I find a path that leads to you. The old town smiles, the night moves on. The lamps remain when footsteps are gone. And every secret, soft and true, becomes a little jazz in blue.
You notice it without meaning to. A lit window in the building across the street, and in that window a silhouette, a person standing or sitting, their shape defined entirely by the light behind them. You cannot see their face, you cannot know their name, their age, their mood, the specific weight of whatever they are carrying tonight. You only have the shape of them against the light, and the fact of their being there, awake at this hour on this night, as you are awake and there on yours. The slow jazz composition begins with this image and stays with it. 2 points of light and consciousness separated by a street and an unknowable distance of private experience. The piano opens with something sparse and wandering. Single notes in the upper register, widely spaced like lights seen from a distance. The bass provides the ground, the street between you, the city beneath you both, the shared infrastructure of this moment. The brushed drums are barely there, just the suggestion of a pulse, the reminder that time is passing, even in stillness. Who are they? The mind moves towards story automatically. A woman who cannot sleep, standing at the window with a cup of something warm, looking out at the same dark street you are looking at. A man who's just ended a phone call and is standing in the aftermath of it, not moving yet, still inside the conversation. An old person who sleeps little and has learned to be at peace with the night hours, watching the street with the patient attention of someone who has seen it in all its configurations and finds it endlessly interesting. The saxophone enters midway through the piece, low and contemplated. Not quite a melody, more like the feeling of watching someone without being able to know them. There's something tender in this distance, something that would be lost if it were closed. The silhouette is complete precisely because it is undefined. The not knowing is is part of what makes this moment possible. This brief, private connection between two people who will never speak, who share only a city and a night, and the fact of being awake when the world sleeps. The light in their window goes out eventually. You are still there. The piano continues alone for a moment, quieter, slightly changed. The way a room changes when someone leaves it. The bass holds its note. The saxophone breathes out one last time, does not breathe in again. You look at the dark window for a moment longer, then look away. The street is the same street it was before, but something has passed between the two windows, something without a name, something the music understood better than language could.
You stand on the bank and watch them come, one at a time, then in small clusters, then alone again. The leaves arriving from upstream with the unhurried certainty of things that have been released and are now subject only to the current. Each one is different. A maple leaf still holding its red, an oak leaf brown and curled at the edges, a birch leaf small and pale and almost translucent in the low autumn light. They arrive at the bend in the river where you are standing, and turn with the current and continue downstream away from you toward whatever the river becomes further on, wider, slower, eventually the sea. This slow jazz composition opens with the bass playing a figure that moves like the river itself. Continuous, directional, unhurried, going somewhere without announcing its destination. The piano enters above it with a melody that has the quality of falling. Not the sudden fall, but the slow fall of a leaf released from a branch on a windless day. The fall that takes a long time and covers unexpected distances before it is finished. The brush drums are the surface of the water, the slight texture of a river in motion, the sound of current over stones in the shallows near the bank. The river does not know where it is taking the leaves. The leaves do not know where they are being taken. This is not a tragedy. It is simply the condition of being carried, which is different from the condition of being lost. The leaf was part of the tree all summer. It performed its function. It caught the light and processed it and held the tree's color. And then, when the tree withdrew its investment for winter, it let go and went with what came next. The saxophone enters here and plays this release.
not with sorrow, but with the matter-of-fact beauty of a thing that has completed one phase and entered another. There is a small whirlpool near the bank where the water catches behind a submerged stone and spins slowly. A leaf enters it and circles 3 times before the current reclaims it and carries it on. You watch this with attention you would not ordinarily give to a leaf in a river, because autumn asks for this, asks you to look at small things with the attention that other seasons distribute across larger events, asks you to find the significance in the particular leaf. This specific red maple leaf now rounding the next bend, now gone from your sight, now continuing in a world you can no longer see. The composition ends downstream, not at the river's mouth, not at any definitive conclusion, but at a point where the music has traveled as far as it needs to go to have said what it set out to say. The bass continues its rolling figure and then gradually slows. The piano's falling melody finds its lowest note and holds it. The saxophone breathes its last phrase into the autumn air. The river continues beyond the end of the music, carrying its leaves toward their unknown destination, which is also, in its way, where all rivers go and where all music goes when it is finished, into the silence that was always there, waiting to receive it.
They do not do it for an audience. They do not do it because it is a special occasion. They do it because a song came on that they both remember from a time when they were different people in the same bodies. Younger, less certain of each other, more anxious about the future. And one of them extended a hand, as they have extended a hand many times over many decades. And the other took it, as they have taken it many times. And the kitchen became briefly a dance floor, which it has always secretly been. This slow jazz composition was written for this dance, not for the dance of a young couple who are still performing for each other, still conscious of how they appear, still using movement to communicate possibility. This is the dance of people who have long since stopped performing, who move together with the ease of long practice, who know each other's rhythms in the literal sense, know how the other person shifts their weight, know which way they will turn, know the specific way they hold a hand when they are comfortable,
in the slightly different way they hold it when they are thinking about something. The piano opens with a waltz figure, slow and steady, built for this kind of dancing. The dancing that requires no instruction, no attention to steps. The dancing that is just being together in motion. The kitchen is the same kitchen it has been for 30 years. The same window over the sink, the same table where the children did their homework and are now grown and gone. The same slight creak in the floor near the refrigerator. They know this room the way they know each other, completely, unself-consciously, with the ease of long habitation. The bass plays the kitchen, its familiar weight, its specific warmth, its years of accumulated use and meaning. The brushed drums are their footsteps on the tile, barely lifting, barely moving. The dance small and contained and entirely sufficient. She rests her head against his shoulder. He puts his hand on her back, in the place he has always put his hand. They are not thinking about the dance, they are thinking about whatever they were thinking about before the music started. And the dance is happening alongside the thinking, as comfortable and as unremarkable as breathing. The saxophone enters here, softly, with great tenderness, and plays something that has no name in any language except music. The feeling of long love in its daily form, not the dramatic form, not the form that makes good stories, but the form that makes a life, that fills a kitchen on a Tuesday evening with something worth having. The song ends and they separate without ceremony. She returns to whatever she was doing, he to whatever he was doing. The kitchen resuming its kitchen purposes, but something has passed between them that will inform the rest of the evening. A small renewal, a wordless affirmation. The composition ends with the piano's waltz figure slowing to its last few notes, the bass holding, the saxophone breathing out its final phrase with the warmth of something that has been close and known and depended upon for a long time. The kitchen is a kitchen again, but it holds in its air and its warmth the dance that just happened and all the dances that preceded it.
The bars at the end of the harbor, where the fishing boats tie up, and it opens at 6 in the morning for the fishermen, and closes at midnight for everyone else. And in the long hours between those two events, it serves whoever presents themselves. The fishermen in the early hours, the office workers at noon, the tourists in the afternoon, and at night. The night is for whoever the night produces, the people who have been somewhere and are processing it over a drink, the people who are going somewhere and are preparing themselves, the people who are simply here because here is where they are. This slow jazz composition opens with the bass playing a figure that has the rhythm of water against a harbor wall, irregular but patterned, the rhythm of something yielding to something else, of small waves finding their way into the space between the hulls of moored boats. The piano enters with a melody that carries the quality of a place where many languages have been spoken, where the air holds the accumulated residue of many conversations that were not in any language you understand, where the walls have heard more than they can be said to remember. The brushed drums are the harbor's ambient sound, the creak of ropes, the gentle collision of boats, the distant sound of the open sea beyond the harbor mouth. You do not speak the language of this country. This is freeing in ways that are difficult to explain. The freedom of not being able to participate in the ambient conversation, of being released from the obligation to follow what is being said, and the social obligation to respond. You can only observe the man at the bar who is talking to the bartender with the intensity of someone explaining something important. You do not know what he is saying, and therefore you see only the texture of his saying it, the gestures, the quality of the bartender's listening, the way the conversation has the shape of something that has been had before and will be had again. The saxophone enters and plays this observation, attentive, slightly outside, connected to what it sees without being fluent in it. The harbor beyond the window changes as the evening progresses. The light on the water goes from gold to copper to gray, the boats becoming silhouettes, the lights of the opposite quay appearing one by one as the sky darkens. A fishing boat comes in late, its engine slowing as it enters the harbor, the sound of it changing as it finds the protected water. The people in the bar do not look up. This is ordinary to them, the return of boats, the end of working days that began before most of the world was awake. Only you watch, the outsider, the one for whom ordinary things are still extraordinary. The composition ends with the bar still open, the harbor fully dark, the water holding its lights. The piano's melody has found a warmth it did not have at the opening, the warmth of being in a place long enough to feel slightly less foreign in it, not belonging, but no longer entirely outside. The bass holds its harbor rhythm, the saxophone breathes
breathes its last phrase into the salt air of a country that is not yours, a harbor that is not yours, a night that is yours entirely, because you are in it and paying attention, which is all that any night requires of you.